Okay, I got my earphones and my safety glasses on, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I have this piece welded on here, which can slide this way. I have two of these. I'm going to slip a piece on here that'll slide on both sides. Then I'm going to weld a piece. Then the piece that slides, I'm going to weld a piece onto that'll fit across. So that'd be two of these. I'll have to make it. It's going to make it like this. This one's too big. So those are the pieces that'll slide up and down. And then I don't have enough to go all the way across, so I'm going to weld these together to make a longer one. And then I'm going to take a couple short pieces that'll fit into these slots. Yeah, I made these yesterday. So, I don't always want this transmission on here. And I don't know that I always want the bell housing on here. But if I want to leave the bell housing or take it off, I need a way to support the back of the engine. So I made these. I'm going to take out these two bolts. But now I'm trying to figure out how I want to attach this to this. I mean, I level it up. Thinking about welding this to this. The other problem I welded these on, but I forgot to drill a hole first. But this isn't quite the size of the bolt. It's too big, so I'm thinking I can drill that hole the size of the bolt. So it'll be a nice tight fit. I shortened them about a ½ inch. So this worked out good. This hole's too big, but that's exactly the right size. So that worked out really good. And I had to put this on here because to fit in there. I don't know how else to say it. Okay, I think I got everything covered. This can go up and down. This can slide. I can get to the bolts. Those pieces are long enough. Yeah, I think that's it. Perfect. It's a good idea to leave them out until it cools, in case it shrinks around it. You can clean it out with a tap. I mean, that's what I'm finding out anyway. That's it. I'm just gonna grind it. I ran out of time again. I only come down here like 4 hours, 3-4 hours, sometimes 2. So I'm gonna grind this off. It's good not to make these things too tight. A little sloppy is good. Just trying to put this back on. See how hard it is to line it up. As far as I'm concerned, the engine stand is more or less done. I need a control panel, and I'm not exactly sure how to make the control panel. All I know is I want every gauge possible. So I've been looking into it. All the gauges are about 2 inches. But here's these mounts again. I don't know if I set up, but there's like spins on this, and the transmission slopes. So I put a piece of pipe on there. That worked out better than I thought. I got some pipe that'll fit right in there. Now I could make it all the way across, but I think I want it to turn. As for the throttle, I think the throttle's gonna have to be mounted separate. So if I'm over here, I want to see the instruments. And if I'm over here, I want to see the instruments. And if I'm over here, I want to see them. And this thing will just fall right in. And if I want to make it perfect, I can just weld something tight here. But and I guess the angle I want is, I don't know how big I want it. Do I want it wide or do I want it square, or what do I want? Cut this off, weld that on, and put the box on top of this. I think that's what I'm going to do. And I guess I don't want it too high. But I guess I want it above that. I don't know. I don't want to overthink this, so. So I'm going to cut this. I'm going to weld that on there. I don't know how you tell level or plumb. I'm not sure about that. I don't know. Really not sure how to do this. I mean, does it matter if I do this? I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I could put a level on here. It's off about an eighth. Get good heat penetration, except for right there. I think I need to cut this off. It's taking up too much gauge room. Yeah, I gotta clean up. Got a mess over there, here, tools over there. There's so much steel I got left. And I got those two plates on the bottom I'm gonna build my box out of. And I still gotta build a tray to hold tools. Okay, it's the next day. So I could put this here or there or anywhere really. I could, but again, I want to be able to turn it. And also, I'm thinking, I think I need to make it round because I put this thing, because of the way I did it, I need to have the dials around the outside edges. I guess I don't want it to hit anywhere. $18. It won't hit here. Won't hit here. $18. It doesn't sound that big. I'll lay it out and see how it looks. And also, this light stopped working. I think it has something to do with the welder, power going through this or into it or something. But it's garbage. One more thing I want to build is a tool shelf, compartment, whatever. I don't want it sloped. I was thinking about it because all the tools will just slide down. It has to be flat. And I don't want it any bigger than this. And I can brace it off this or something. I don't know. It could be up to 32 inches. Anyway, I'm going to think about that in the back of my mind. So I got 2 pieces of metal left. So I can get 18 inches out of this. I think I'm going to cut a bottom and a top and a hinge. That way I can open it up. And so if that was on the back side, let's say this is the back of the front. I want to be able to hook I want to be able to just flip this up and mess with the wires. Also, I was thinking about putting this inside. So I have gauges all the way around. And I got this fuse panel. If you watched earlier, I bought a fuse panel. It only cost like 25 bucks. But that'd be nice if I could put that inside too. It's got all the fuses. Anyway, I'm thinking about it. I don't know what I'm going to do. But why not? It'll make it a little deeper though. It would have to be 3 inches deep. And then that's the metal I got left. I just wanted to get it off the concrete. get it under a shelf. Just get it out of my way, basically. So I need to find center. So I might speed this up, but I'm just going to find the center. And somehow I'm going to make a circle. And then another circle for the gauges and just see what it looks like. Right here in the center. This thing is great. So what I'm doing here, if anybody's watching, I'm marking 3 inches. I can get by with 3 inches to get that fuse box inside, but not if I go down on the edge. In other words, if I put it on top, I can, but if I pull it to the edge, which I want to, I need more. So I can just barely get 3 1/4. That's what I'm going for. I should have planned it this way. I could have planned this. I should have planned the sides and then cut the center. But it's going to work, luckily. But I don't have a drawing because I'm winging it. Then I'm marking. There's 2 lines, so I'm marking which is the right line. In other words, try to avoid every possible way I can screw up. And I'll probably still screw up. Not a spring chicken anymore.
I don't want to come on too strong or nothing like that, but I've been thinking about you. And I've been wondering where you lay up. Where you at? So, sure. Where do you go to? Where do you go? Where do you go to? I wanna know. How do you do it, that thing you do? Follow you blindly, I'll be your fool. Where do you go to? Where do you go? Where do you go to? I wanna know. How do you do it, that thing you do? Follow you blindly, I'll be your fool. Cinderella, I think I'll find your glass slipper, baby. Cinderella, I think you found your prince charming in me. I don't know much, but I do know that I'm feeling you. Hope that one day, maybe someday you'll be feeling me too. Where do you go to? Where do you go? Where do you go to? I wanna know. How do you do it, that thing you do? Follow you blindly, I'll be your fool. Where do you go to? Where do you go? Where do you go to? I wanna know. How do you do it, that thing you do? Follow you blindly, I'll be your fool. You must be magic, the way that you carry yourself. It's like you got this unspoken confidence, baby, you know it damn well. You get me fired up like holy, you hotter than hell. None can compete, cause your presence is unparalleled. Where do you go to? Where do you go? Where do you go to? I wanna know. How do you do it, that thing you do? Follow you blindly, I'll be your fool. Where do you go to? Where do you go? Where do you go to? I wanna know. How do you do it, that thing you do? Follow you blindly, I'll be your fool. Where do you go to? Where do you go? Where do you go to? I wanna know. How do you do it, that thing you do? Follow you blindly, I'll be your fool. Where do you go to? Where do you go? Where do you go to? I wanna know. How do you do it,
the bottom.